Hello, this is Bart Bird with BestDiscGolfDiscs.com video guide series. In this episode, we're going to be covering choosing the best disc golf driver for wind conditions. We're going to be covering flight terminology, the impact of wind on disc flight, and disc selections to adjust for the wind conditions you're experiencing. All of our diagrams in this episode will be based on right hand backhand throwing or left hand forehand, meaning the disc will be rotating to the right or in a clockwise direction. As we continue to build upon concepts in the series, for this video we have recommended previewing of our video on how to choose the best disc golf driver for distance. You can find the link in the comments below or by subscribing to our channel. And in this video we will not be covering the impact of disc weight or crosswinds, because both of these were covered in our video on disc weight. For those of you ready to move on, the key points of reference for this video are that disc high-speed turn varies based on two things. The first is disc turn rating, and the second is release velocity. For example, if you have a disc that for you is flying at the optimal flight pattern, if you take that same disc and throw it with more velocity, you're going to get more high-speed turn. And if you throw that same disc with less velocity, you will get less high-speed turn in the throw. This brings us to some key aeronautical terminology. The first of which is ground speed, which is defined as the speed of an object relative to the ground. The second is airspeed, which is the speed of an object relative to the air. These initially sound like very similar concepts, but they're actually quite a bit different, and we're going to be focusing on airspeed, which is the most relevant measure for a disc in flight. Let's say, for example, you're driving with your trusty Wraith and you're throwing at 65 miles per hour. The ground speed of that throw will be 65 miles per hour, and the airspeed of that throw will be 65 miles per hour, and let's say you're getting the optimal flight pattern out of that throw. Now let's say you come out the following day and there's a 15 mile per hour headwind. Your ground speed is still 65 miles per hour, but your air speed is now 65 miles per hour plus the 15 mile per hour headwind, yielding a net air speed of 80 miles per hour. Because air speed drives disc flight pattern, your disc will now fly as if it was released at 80 miles per hour, which is going to give you more high-speed turn and a flight pattern that looks like this. Conversely, if you have a 15 mile per hour tailwind, your ground speed is 65 miles per hour, but your air speed is now reduced by the tailwind to 50 miles per hour, simulating a much slower throw and ultimately giving you less high-speed turnover and a flight that looks something more like this. So let's make some adjustments. Because headwind increases turnover, you'll need to adjust by increasing the stability of your disc, moving to a more overstable disc based on whatever your favorite brand's disc turn rating is to pull the disc back closer to center and give you the optimal flight pattern that you're looking for. For a tailwind, the opposite is true. Because the tailwind decreases turnover, you'll need to adjust by decreasing the stability of your disc, moving to a more understable disc to pull your disc back to the right, back to that optimal flight pattern you're looking for. There are, of course, additional adjustments that you may want to make to the disc's glide, but in an effort to keep these videos to a reasonable length, that is another video. So we hope this helps. Please visit our website at bestdiscgolfdiscs.com, and more importantly, please let us know what you'd like to see. We read each and every comment in the comment section below and use that to determine what our next videos will be, so we're giving you content that you find the most valuable. Until then, thank you and have a great round.